It's the RIOT Podcast, Wednesday, September 20th edition. And today, first of all, what you would notice if you're watching the video podcast is you'll see that we have a stack of boxes of Krispy Kreme donuts. Today, for the fundraiser, which is still going on at RadioU.com, you can still donate. We did the 5 dozen donut challenge. We saw how many donuts we could eat. We ate one donut for every time people donated, and a lot of people donated. We ate a lot of donuts. And we're still recovering from that now.
It was tough.
How do you feel?
Don't feel good.
Yeah, don't feel
good at all.
Don't feel good physically, but emotionally, I feel great that we helped RadioU in this way. That we were able to encourage people to help RadioU.
I mean, I'm going through the pain of it now, you know, the sugar. I don't feel bad. I just feel like I'm over sugared right now.
When do you think you'll feel right again?
Probably 2 o'clock.
2? You think it'll be that soon?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like 5.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it's going to be tonight.
I have a quick turnaround time.
Maybe if I have a nap in between.
I've got a tough stomach.
Yeah.
Not a lot of things mess up my stomach.
Oh, see.
I've always been a tap water drinker as a child. Yeah. I drink it right out of the tap.
Yeah. Lead infused and everything.
Precisely. So my stomach over the course of the years, I don't wash my hands very often either. So there's a lot of things my stomach has been through. That I think I'm kind of built for something like this.
I think for me, I'm similar, but I just think I have a high tolerance for feeling bloated, pretty much, you know?
Oh, God.
Just for being uncomfortable from food. I think it's not that it takes a lot to make me feel full. It's just I keep eating after I feel full if I need to, and especially when it's to get RadioU fully funded. Now, as for the actual podcast, I have a topic here that's perfect for a couple guys like you and me to discuss. Childbirth. I have a guy
right up our alley.
Yeah. Have you ever?
Never. I've never done it. No.
No, you've never, have
never
you?
Done
you never done that thing where you get the little nodes strapped onto you and you see what it's like?
I have not.
Like the birth pains or whatever. I haven't either, but I feel like I kind of want to try it.
I don't want to try it.
You don't want to try it? I'd like to know. I'd like to know what women go through, because it's clearly one of the worst things about being a woman, if not the worst.
I think it's probably the most difficult thing. I think it's the most painful thing that you can do.
It's up there. It's up there with the unequal pay and being discriminated against in many ways.
I think that the whole childbirth
thing.
It's pretty terrible.
There's nothing we can do about that.
You have to carry a baby around for 9 months in your belly.
Yeah, and all the restrictions that come with that. I can't ride roller coasters.
You can't do much of anything.
It's got to be one of the most difficult things. So check this out. I have a guy who was suing a hospital over a birth of his child. He sued a hospital in Melbourne, Australia for what amounts to $643 million.
Okay, we're stretching. I don't know what happens here, but we're stretching.
He's suing them because they encouraged him to watch his wife's C-section procedure. That's what they had to do to get her baby out. And he says, let me see some quotes here. He says that it caused him psychotic illness seeing his wife's organs and blood. It caused him psychological injury. Imagine what it did to your wife. First of all.
I am just reading.
Yeah.
Psychotic illness.
Psychotic illness.
You want to hear what the definition says?
Let's hear it.
It's called psychosis. Refers to a collection of symptoms that affect the mind where there has been some loss of contact with reality.
So somehow seeing a C-section,
he's not even sure where he's at.
He lost connection with reality. It also says he blames this incident for leading to the breakdown of his marriage because he saw his wife giving birth.
Really? So he said after that, it was over.
Yeah.
That's silly.
It's all the hospital's fault. I don't know. Maybe he's just, you think there's a chance this guy just sucks?
I mean, obviously he just sucks, but I think too, you know what else? This man's how old? Do we have an age on this fella?
I don't have an age
Let's
here.
just say he's in the middle of his life.
Yeah, he's probably like 30-ish.
Let's say he's 30-ish, right? At whatever age, I'm 25 years old. I know myself well enough to know that's not for me.
Yeah, likewise.
I know I can't do it. What, did this guy just not know that he wouldn't be able to handle that?
Does he was never shown the video in school about what happens here?
Like, he
went in completely blind?
Like, if you're one of those people that when your friends are looking at disturbing videos on Twitter, some friends do that.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, look at this. Some people are like, oh, let me see. And then there's some people that are like, oh, I don't want to see. That's not really my thing. This guy's clearly I don't want to see guy, which is fine.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
He thought that this wouldn't be a moment where he should be I don't want to see guy. He thought just this is the moment where his whole life changes, and all of a sudden he's I want to see guy. No, that's not how it works.
Well, I will say that I can imagine it'd be tough if you're in a room full of nurses and doctors and whatever, and the nurses are all chipper and excited. They've seen this thing a million times, and they're like, oh, would you like to see it's this miracle of life? Come on, it'll be fun. And you have to say no to that and have to tell them, these nurses, some of them, probably like they probably seem like your granny, and you're going to say no to granny. No, granny, no, I'd rather not.
I'm going to say it straight to their face.
Yeah. I mean, you should. He should have known better. He should have known.
This is another red flag for nurses. Another one is when they do the whole, it's not even that bad.
No, yeah.
And I'm like, you watched someone's yesterday get their arm severed. Like, we're in a different neighborhood. Like, I sit and talk on the radio all day, every day. I'm not like seeing these things you're seeing. Your eyes have a film on them that you've seen a lot of really crazy things. So when you say, oh, come on in here, it's not that bad. Like, you don't want to be in here. I don't want to be there.
Yeah, you just got to know yourself.
Yeah.
They can't force you.
No, they
didn't force him, which is why his case was dismissed.
Yeah, obviously this guy's yet again.
Yeah, he sucks. He should have known better.
He was an I don't want to see guy, and he thought he could be an I want to see guy. No, you're not that guy. You're just not that guy.
You know what? If he was a real man, you know what he would do? It's compartmentalize. This is I mean, I understand why it might be horrific for you to see. If you're like me, you're a little squeamish, but you compartmentalize that. You store it deep down somewhere that you never access.
Like men do.
And then one day, the psychotic illness all comes crashing.
At once. It's like a volcano. It just erupts.
Yeah. But in the meantime, but you wait till you get to see your child go through life and everything.
Yep.
And then finally, at some point after they're grown, then that's when you
That's what men do.
Yeah.
That's what men do.
This guy's not a real man at all.
Not even a little.
Yeah.
Jeez. Our great grandfathers would be disappointed.
Think about the things they saw.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
and what they do.
Yeah.
Just shoved it down. No therapist involved.
No.
Are you kidding? Wouldn't even consider it.
No.
Not
They don't even know the meaning of the word therapy.
No, wouldn't even consider it for a second.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah, he's the worst.
Yeah, I think I can see where he's coming from with the whole, like they said, that come in here and see it. Because I know that there's people that are I want to see people.
Yeah.
That try to convince I don't want to see people to see it. But you got to be strong. You got to know you're not that guy.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him for being upset and shocked and scarred by what he saw. But I do blame him for letting that get to him.
Yeah.
Put it behind you. All right. Good podcast today. Keep on donating during the RadioU fundraiser. It's almost over. RadioU.com. We'll catch you next time.
We'll see you guys soon.
The only thing Isaiah loves more than the riot is himself.
Someone who probably still lives with his mother and hates himself.
You're listening to The Riot on Radio U.
Question for you. Do you think you could talk somebody into robbing a bank
No.
without you being involved, technically?
No, I couldn't do it.
You don't think you could do it?
No, because I think it'd be so hard to convince somebody to do something so stupid.
Do you think you could, what about this? Not necessarily like convince them, but what about trick them? Coerce.
Trick them into robbing a bank.
Yeah.
No.
It seems like it's actually not as hard as you might make it out to be.
Really? It's easier?
I believe, based off of what I'm seeing here, that I could do it if given the opportunity. If put in the circumstances where I needed to, I think I could do it. Because someone just actually did it in Omaha, Nebraska. And not only did they do it, they did it multiple times. They tricked people into robbing banks. And here's how they did it. With Craigslist. They put out...
With Craigslist?
They used Craigslist to scam people into robbing a bank. Let me lay it out for you. It actually makes a lot of sense. So they put out this person, this criminal mastermind, put out ads on Craigslist saying that they needed assistance for an ill elderly family member. So people would respond to the ad. The idea, like the ad would say stuff like, I need help for a sick family member, including light housework, grocery store runs, and helping with finances. Okay. It seems pretty innocent.
Very innocent.
People would respond to this ad. These folks have responded to the ad. And then once they would get hired, eventually they would be over the phone instructed, hey, can you run to the bank for me and do, like, I don't know, withdrawal or whatever.
Interesting.
Once they're in the bank, they're on the phone with this person, the scammer. And the scammer would be like, okay, give the phone to the bank teller. I'll give them my bank information or whatever. And then once the phone was handed to the bank teller, the person on the phone, their attitude would change. And they would demand, they'd be like, you need to give this person all the money you have.
No, he's not.
Yeah, over the phone. That's also kind of impressive, robbing a bank over the phone.
He would say, give him. Did he say like they have a weapon or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what the quotes were, but they would say to the bank teller something threatening along the lines of, you need to give this person standing here, give him the money. And it worked.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What a wild way to rob a bank.
Yeah.
No risk either.
On your end, I mean, I believe the Craigslist folks have not been caught yet.
Wait, what?
As I understand it.
They haven't been caught.
Yes.
So the people that have been robbing the banks have not been caught.
The people that have actually, I mean, the people that went in person, of course, but they actually didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're not going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
They weren't the ones robbing the banks. What about the people on the phone?
The people on the phone. Now, this has happened in different instances. I'm actually seeing here that not only does this happen in Omaha, Nebraska, it also happened in Maine. So I can't speak to every single instance. Have they caught the people behind this? But it's actually now a recurring thing. So you got to watch out. Watch out what Craigslist ads you respond to. If they ask you to go to the bank, don't do it.
Can you imagine if you're standing there and then all of a sudden the person behind the counter just starts giving you money?
Yeah.
Like, what would you even do? That sounds insane.
Yeah.
Give me all the money. Give the person in front of you all the money.
And what I'm unclear on is, how does the person that is at the bank give the money then after they've just robbed the bank to the person on the phone? I
was thinking that part too.
Probably gift cards.
Visa gift cards.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
Now, this is pretty impressive. I have a woman in China. She's a hotelier. She's starting a hotel that's only for women.
Well, that seems kind of
great. Empowering.
I would say that's kind of leaving a whole demographic out. Which I belong in.
Every hotel doesn't have to cater to every demographic.
I feel like they kind of should.
They don't have to cater.
I feel like they should be open to anyone. It seems kind of, I feel like it's not allowed.
Open to any woman. All women are welcome at this hotel in China. Would you like to know? It probably makes more sense. I think you'll understand more. You'll understand why it exists if you hear why she's doing it.
Okay.
She's doing it because she's tired of untrustworthy men coming into her bed and breakfast in the past, and they would like look for casual flings with women. And the last straw, she said, was a woman wound up having a fling with a guy who turned out to be a con man. And she said that was the last straw.
A con man?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
You know what a con man is. You probably conned her out of money or whatever.
Oh, it stole from her. Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's a robber.
Yeah. A criminal. He's a criminal.
Got it, yeah. Sounds like bad taste, but that's not me, I guess. That's your choice. Whatever.
He was probably very smooth, though.
I guess he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this woman has decided that sometimes women, they just need a break. They need a break from untrustworthy, bad men. And so she's got this bed and breakfast that she just started that will only cater to women so they can get some rest and relaxation and avoid men for
Two
a little
things.
while. Uh-huh.
I think that's fine.
Good.
Because I'm like, you know what? They can have their own spot.
Uh-huh.
As long as there's I'm sure there's other options in the city anyway.
Yeah.
For guys
There's
to stay
other
at.
hotels. Mhm.
Yeah, they can stay there. That's fine. They can all have like a little girls' night there.
Uh-huh.
That sounds grand. As long as we get one too.
What do you mean?
Do we get an all guys hotel where we can like play darts and pool?
So, I mean, some would say that men have had, that's just their choice. So there's all kinds of places that only allow men. How about Augusta National, for example?
Augusta National?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
The Masters, where they hold the Masters?
That's a men only thing?
It has been for a long time.
You're saying women aren't allowed there?
I don't know about now, but.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the times have changed.
Hey, they have changed.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly. So everybody gets their own thing.
The times have changed, and finally, you know what? Actually, I don't think that's such a bad idea. I think there should be a place where men can go so that women don't have to deal with them.
Yeah, it's fine. I think it's equal.
Uh-huh.
The ladies get a place, the guys get a place. It sounds like fun. Be great for bachelor parties. Send them there. They can do their own thing, a bunch of guys stuff.
Uh-huh.
And the ladies, a bunch of girls stuff. It makes sense.
No, yeah.
I don't think this is such a bad idea. I'm not opposed to it.
There we go. I'm glad I convinced you.
Because then the conflict, there's not the conflict.
Yeah.
We can avoid it.
And I think, to take this a step further, I think there should not be any hotels that cater to con men.
Yeah, for thieves?
Yeah.
I think they should probably have your hotel license revoked if you're letting people get robbed.
You can be held liable for that.
I feel like that's pretty bad.
Yeah. No, it is bad, but I don't know if that's the hotel's fault.
But like, if it's not their fault, then at the same time, whose fault is it again? Now we're circling back.
I'll tell you whose fault it was.
The thief.
The man's.
Find more Riot content online. Riot.radiou.com.
Do you know what Skims are?
Yes, I do know what Skims are.
Skims, the bodysuits?
Yep. They're sold by like, who is it? Is it Kylie Jenner, Kim K?
Kardashian,
Kim
yeah.
K, that's what it is.
You ever wear Skims?
No.
Admit it.
I've never worn Skims. You know how expensive Skims are?
Oh, yeah. That's why, because you can't afford it. That's why.
That's the only reason.
Well, it sounds like getting Skims might be worth it. Might be worth every penny if they can do this. A woman here is claiming that wearing Skims saved her life.
Oh, goodness. Here we go.
Wait till you hear this. She's 22 years old. She was shot with a gun 4 times. That's bad luck. No, she was shot, like somebody shot her 4 times in a row on New Year's Day, but...
4 times? Like, let's just go ahead and pause.
Uh-huh.
Pause with that. 4 times you get shot? Who's shooting you 4 times? That's
criminal.
Crazy.
A criminal.
Shot her 4 times.
A thug, a ne'er-do-well. He shot her 4 times. Somebody shot her 4 times. And while she was waiting, this was while she was waiting for her lift to pick her up. And she was saved, she claims, because she was wearing a Skims bodysuit, which kept her from bleeding out.
Oh, because it's so tight.
Yeah, it was tight enough that it kept her from bleeding out, kept her going long enough for her to get the medical attention she needed so that she was able to survive.
That's wild. If I'm being honest.
It's unbelievable.
It's incredible. But at the same time, it makes sense. Because you think about a bodysuit's tight on you, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
you're
bonded.
Uh-huh.
Do I think that this really saved her? Probably, I guess, from bleeding out. It's that tight? It's that tight?
It's that tight, which makes it sound a little uncomfortable.
Sounds a little bit much.
If I had to say so myself, but she says currently she doesn't even have the Skims bodysuit anymore, though.
Why not? Because it got shredded to bits?
Yeah.
They cut it off her?
She says the detectives
Bullet holes in it?
The detectives have the Skims because it's a part of the investigation. So she may never get it back.
That was like $80 too, just so you know.
It'd be a cool souvenir.
That was like $80
down the drain.
that you think you would want to get back.
But worth it if it saves your life.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, I'm against her sharing this, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Because now... What?
What? You're against her sharing this?
Yes, of course I am.
Why?
Because now Skims are going to go from $80 to $160, and I'll never get a pair.
You'll never be able to afford it.
What do you think their next campaign's going to be?
Yeah.
It's going to be wear these, they'll save your freaking life.
Her quote in her TikTok was, or Instagram is, body armor for women. They're going to use that in their ads. As well, they should. It could save your life.
They just, no, it cannot.
It can, and
You're
it did.
spreading false information.
It literally happened.
You make it sound like you're putting on a bulletproof vest.
I didn't say. Nobody said that.
You're wearing leggings. I think if you wore leggings, it would do the same thing if you got shot in the calf.
I don't know. I don't think a lot of people die from getting shot in the calf.
Exactly. Where'd she get shot at?
But when you get shot 4 times,
well, we don't even know locations.
Your odds decrease significantly of surviving every time you get shot.
Either way,
pretty sure.
I would say, I don't want to advertise. You buy Skims. It's gonna save your life if you get shot with a bullet.
No, we're not gonna say it's gonna save your life. It could save your life, and it has saved a life.
Saved one.
And that's all that matters.
Many more to come.
We're not sure who behaves worse, the Riot or their dogs.
I don't even know how to behave like a real human being.
The Riot, Radio U.
Now, yesterday was a holiday, National Ice Cream Day. Did you celebrate?
I did, actually.
You had ice cream?
I had a banana split yesterday.
Where'd you get that?
How you like me now? It's a place called Wits is where I got it from.
Oh, good choice.
Real good.
They do. They do a good job
baby.
over there. Yeah.
It was grand.
I did not have ice cream yesterday, but I was surprised to see this. I've got to be in the minority here of not having ice cream. Apparently, the average American eats 12 pounds worth of ice cream per year.
I don't know what that calculates out to.
Uh-huh.
But I'm sure that makes sense.
A pound a month?
Oh, it does? A pound?
Uh-huh.
Seems like a lot.
How many scoops do you think it takes to make up a pound of ice cream?
It's got to be like one regular quart, right? Don't you think that's a pound?
Like the tiny one, like Ben & Jerry's size?
No, I'm thinking that's a pint.
You're thinking like a tub.
I'm thinking a tub, yeah, like a quart.
Like Breyer's size.
Yeah, the typical average thing that you would buy at Kroger.
I mean, I definitely don't eat one of those per month. So I know that I'm on the low end.
Some people eat 2 of them.
Some people, yeah. Some people eat 2 a week.
Exactly.
But I have here a map, and we were talking about this a little bit before we went on air, of the map of what each state's favorite ice cream is based off of like web data, online shopping data. And you were getting a little fired up about it.
I think it's ridiculous. This list is blasphemous. This is complete blasphemy. This is crazy.
So try to convey to me and everyone else what your issue is with this map.
This map is insane because it pretty much lists the #1 flavor for each state, right?
Uh-huh, right. Actually lists the top 5.
It's top 5, but the actual map, when I look at this map, there's so much purple on it. It's almost half purple. And what does purple stand for? Rocky Road. As
and
if
you have a problem with that?
Rocky Road is not even close to a top 5 flavor. Do people even know what's in it? It's almonds and marshmallows. In what world is that a top 5 ice cream flavor?
It sounds horrible to me because of the marshmallows involved.
Like, I know I've had Rocky Road. Solid flavor. Would I ever buy it for myself? No. Would I ever order it? No. Because there's so many better options. Rocky Road is not a top 5 ice cream, let alone it's like the #2 most popular ice cream in the country.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Behind chocolate. That's it. How is that possible?
I don't know how that... I mean, I don't know. I don't know why there's so much love for Rocky Road, where you take a clearly far superior flavor, cookie dough, and that has, if I'm reading this right, 2 states, 3 have cookie dough as their favorite?
Yep.
That's not
enough.
Not enough. Not nearly enough. Chocolate dominates, of course. Rocky Road second. What other thing is surprising to me is not a single state in this fine union here that we have has vanilla as the top favorite. And I guess favorite is wrong, but most popular.
Yeah, it's tough, though.
How is vanilla not one of the... I mean, because you not only do a lot of people actually just like vanilla, but you use vanilla for other stuff. You use it for milkshakes.
Yeah, but it'd be so hard.
You don't use Rocky Road for milkshakes.
It'd be so tough to list vanilla as your favorite. I feel like that would make you feel plain. If they gave me a survey and I put down vanilla, then I feel like I'm plain, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be a weird... It's a weird flavor to be your favorite.
It's not, but this isn't a survey. It's what people buy.
Yeah, it seems like it's a weird favorite. Like, if you were going to go buy ice cream, too, if you went to like any kind of like ice cream shop, not like going to Kroger, you're not getting vanilla. You're getting some sort of cool flavor.
If you go to Wits, unless you're a child and you know who eats a lot of ice cream,
Children.
I don't know if I buy all of this.
What's a real shame is there's no mint chocolate chip in the top 5. In any state, no state has mint chocolate chip in the top 5, which I think is ridiculous.
That's enough of that. For more Riot content, head to riot.radiou.com.